It's summer and a time when we naturally start to think about the colour in our gardens. And as my gardens evolved, my preference has more so become plants with coloured foliage, especially if they're evergreen. That way, no matter what time of year you go outside, there's something vibrant and beautifully colourful to look at. That said, I do love my flowers, but I do also like to get bang for my buck, so I particularly like those that flower for ages and those that come back every year. I recently shared a short with you of the peonies that I grow in the garden, but as anyone who grows them will know, they're literally here today and they're tomorrow's cut flowers. As great as they look in a vase, I'd much prefer them to be in amongst this lush tropical style foliage for as long as possible. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you 5 long flowering plants that I'll be growing in my garden this summer. First up, we have the GM Firestarter. Now this one flowers from April to September. GMs are a popular plant with no less than 50 species. They are hardy perennials and they've got semi-evergreen, slug resistant and weed suppressant foliage. Now this is complemented with these magnificent single flowers which the bees love. There are lots of colours to choose from with GMs, from deep reds to custard yellows. I've already got Scarlet Tempest and Totally Tangerine in the garden. Joining them will be this gem, the GM Firestarter. As you can see, it's got flame red, semi-double, ruffled flowers which remind me a little bit of a frilly skirt. It even has subtle, sweet scent for added interest. Now this one will give at least 6 months plus of fantastic scarlet colour year on year. A spot in partial shade is ideal as the foliage can scorch in the sun. Loving this one. For number 2, we have the Salvia microphylla. Now this particular one is the Salvia microphylla ceropotosi. Now microphylla simply means small leaved, but there's no apologies needed for that when you see the beautiful magenta flowers that the bees and I have to look forward to. This will flower from midsummer until late autumn. It's evergreen and has the signature aromatic leaves. This particular species hails from the mountains of Mexico, so it does like a sunny spot. It's very drought tolerant as well. At number 3, we have the Knaphofia Backdraft, or the Red Hot Poker Backdraft, a real vibrant perennial. Now, true to its name, this one will explode into the garden with its intense reddish orange flower spikes that will open out to a peachy yellow for a two-tone effect. Now this one has grass-like foliage, which to be honest is not usually my favourite, but this is meant to be one of the tidier forms of red hot pokers. And the long flowering season from early summer to late autumn makes it worth it. I've got 3 plants in this pot as well, so that'll make it really easy to divide later on. At number 4, we have an Echinacea, and this one is the Cheyenne Spirit. It flowers from July to September. Now this species really piqued my interest as it produces these cone flowers of mixed colours. They range from cream to yellow and then into sunset shades of purple, pink and red. Now although you can't see it just yet, this Echinacea is very sturdy, it's drought resistant, it does prefer well drained soils in a sunny spot. Now as a member of the daisy family, this sits perfect in my tropical planting scheme. And finally, at number 5, we have the Salvia Armistad, a stalwart of the cooler climate tropical style planting community. Now this one isn't as hardy as the others and may benefit from some winter protection. It's a bushy, upright, tender perennial that can get up to 1+ meters. Once it gets going, it will have profuse, large, deep purple tubular flowers that will bloom from early summer right through to the first frosts in November. Now as you may know from previous videos, purple is one of my favourite flower colours, and so I'm excited to get this one in the ground. So there we have all 5, the GM Firestarter, Salvia microphylla, Top Poker Backdraft, Echinacea Cheyenne Spirit and the Salvia Armistad. Let's get these planted. So that's all 5 long flowering plants planted up now. The echinacea there, the hot poker there, GM Firestarter in the middle of a border, the Salvia ceroperosi there, and the Salvia armistad in the pot on the patio. I'll share with you on a later video how they get on.